Welcome back, everyone. Durbanites FPL Game Week 16 preview. Let's have a look. So, starting with Wolves versus Burnley, Wolves are still looking good for points with Forest up next. Hechan is cooking, and Cunha is a great wingman. Neto, unfortunately, is still out. Burnley are taking on Brighton. No recommendations on this one. Now, looking up at Luton, they came so close against Arsenal, with the log leaders needing a goal deep in time added on to get the win. Ross Barkley is coming good, but not sure if City will be merciful this week. Arsenal take on an Aston Villa team unbeaten in 14 games at Villa Park, including dropping the defending champions midweek. Before Brighton and Liverpool, Saka is always an option, but Gabi Jesus did very well this week and worth a look considering the poor performance by most strikers. Hard-fought win for Brighton here, led by Pascal Gross. He's a good bet against Burnley this week along with Mitoma, and you could look at Ferguson or João Pedro for a striker option. Brentford missed out, but more disappointingly lose Brian Mbeumo with an ankle injury, and he joins Matthias Jensen, Kevin Skada, and John De Silva. Sheffield United is up next, so it's probably worth a win, but it's a coin toss where the goals will come from. Crystal Palace are up against it, losing at home to Bournemouth ahead of a scary run of fixtures. Time to bench or sell here. Bournemouth are picking up points, but it's spread out among so many players. Against Manchester United, it's anyone's guess. Possibly Billings or Solanke is a fair shout. Fulham are going to face tougher competition in the week to come, but still worth looking at Willian, Andres Pereira, or Raul Jimenez for squad fillers. No callouts for Forest unless you have Ilanga or Gibbs White. That can still be a good route. Now, some tough weeks ahead for Sheffield United in a season of tough weeks, so no recommendations here. But Liverpool could still capitalize on a struggling Crystal Palace before their fixtures get a bit tighter. Salah is the call out, but Trent is averaging 12.5 over the last 2 weeks. Villa extend their home win streak to 14 against the champions, and this week welcome the log leaders. No recommendations from my end. This season is too close to call. Man City have faced a bit of a gauntlet in the past weeks, dropping to 4th in the league, but with Luton ahead, maybe a chance for Haaland, Alvarez, Doku, or Foden to shine. Mind that blank game week coming up in week 18. Scott McTominay brought the result home for Man United. They will hope to do the same against Bournemouth. Still too unstable to call, so no recommendations from my end. Chelsea now have a run of 6 games in green on paper. Even though their form is erratic, I'd look at Cole Palmer, Raheem Sterling, Reece James, and Nicholas Jackson as possible substitutes. Now, Everton came back from a 3-0 defeat last week to deal out the same punishment to Newcastle. They're out of relegation. They may challenge Chelsea, with Doucouré, Mikolenko, and Tarkowski being the most consistent route to points. Newcastle take on Spurs this week, but after that showing against Everton, it's all in the air. Look to Trippier and Gordon for consistent points, and with a lot of favourable games on paper ahead, this week is the right time to lean on them. The Spurs have now lost 4 out of their last 5 games in the Premier League, giving them the worst streak over this period in the league, and not sure they will do anything against Newcastle with Maddison out and Son picking up a knock and doubtful. No recommendations. West Ham are flying high again, and Bowen is back, getting on the end of more process deliveries. These are the big callouts from the Hammers. Now let's look at the fixture rating ahead. I would like to focus on a bit. Brighton have some good games coming up. Chelsea with the run we spoke about. City also, but of course having that blank in game week 18. And then Newcastle and Spurs, both of them coming off a bit of a challenging run into some pastures. Teams that I would avoid in the next 3 weeks: Liverpool now finishing their end of, let's say, winnable fixtures, then go on to a tricky Manchester United match, and then taking on Arsenal. Manchester United likewise, still erratic and some tough games coming up, and then Everton, Luton, Crystal Palace. The fixtures say it all, just too tough to call. Guys, that's it with the wrap for game week 16. All the best with that. Drop a like, a comment, and let me know what you want to see on the channel. But good luck for the game week ahead, and until the next video, that's all for now.